moon that late. Well, yeah, she called me the N-word. It's like, no. She is like, you are gonna get mooned if you do some stuff like that. It's like, what do you expect? That lady was crazy, so I ain't feel bad about it. Got rewarded PSP. Fam, like, I wasn't even thinking like that was gonna like happen, and then it did, and I was like, wow, alright. Like, I can't be mad about that. I wonder how that would look. Okay. I think that would be chill. Alright, so I think I'm gonna react to this video about myself, uploaded by somebody named Carmen Ryder. This is titled TMossBoss is still calling just a robot a racist. I've been wanting to watch a video about myself for a while, and I'm like, you know what? Nah, let me do it on stream real quick. So anyways, let's see. This disclaimer, this video is meant as constructive criticism. Of course, it's never hate. It's always constructive criticism, but do not harass anyone featured in this video. This is only meant for people 13 plus. So dang, anybody under 13 can't watch it. That's messed up. But anyways, let's go ahead and watch this. Actually, no, hold on for a second. Because I know, like, the chat is going to pop up on the side, so I might as well just... Okay, so I'll keep it like that. Well, then I won't be able to see chat. Okay, I'm going to just keep it, like, right here, so I can still see chat, and then chat's going to probably be popping up on the side. Honestly, Wholesome, if you had been underage, I've been like, bruh, I've had me so confused. So if I wanted to pop in and support the chat. Alright, Jenny, I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. I was like joining and lurking in your streams too and stuff. So no, I do appreciate that. Yeah, I'm just getting ready to react to a hate video about me real quick, so. But yeah, hopefully, yeah, guys, make sure y'all go follow Jenny. Jenny, good people. She having a dope stream. Like, honestly, first day I was in her stream, it's like already was like laughing about some, like, what was it that she was talking about? I think, oh, that's what it was. It was like, I don't even know if I should put you on blast for what you said. I ain't even gonna say it unless, like, you chill with it, but it was like, I just thought it was funny.
Hello again, Carmen Ryder here, back with another commentary. Well, we're back with TMossBoss. If you haven't seen...
They sound like so, like, disappointed that they're making a video about me, and it's like, you're taking the time and making a video about me, so you should be disappointed in yourself. But be here for a live react. Yeah, I was thinking about doing it for some time, and I was like, you know what, nah, let me start off strong.
Seen it yet? Go watch my previous video on TMossBoss. The video is titled, "This Community is Racist. Endgame." And to that I say, leave the Marvel fandom, normie. Anyways, let's get into it.
Alright, what's up, guys?
Hey.
That video, just the robot is racist video, that video, it brings a smile to my face, but at the same time, I'm like, dang, man. Like, you know, you kind of feel bad.
I'm kind of mad watching this, because this was, this was last year. And this is when I didn't have COVID. So, like, any video I see of myself, like, not having COVID, it just upsets me. I appreciate it. Yeah, honestly, you know, Jenny, I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for stopping by. Or if you're gonna be here for a long period of time, like, that's cool too. But if you busy, like, doing things and stuff, then yeah, I wouldn't want to bring you away from that.
Because you know, if it's like, if that video, if he blows up, that video is gonna blow up, or that video is going to get the spotlight that it deserves and stuff. Because yeah, it's people like him that just, you know, they need to answer for the stuff that they do to people.
You mean constructive criticism?
And
I like how that's their go-to excuse with anything. Like, they can flat out call somebody a monkey, N-word, coon. They can call like people some of the most like racist and derogatory words, but it's constructive criticism. It's always constructive criticism.
I kind of had a feeling that
Like my thing is this. If that's the case, then like anything can be constructive criticism. I can very well give out constructive criticism throughout this whole video, and then just overall just call it constructive criticism. But I'm like, is it really though? Is it really constructive criticism, or is it me just being hateful? Like if I say she don't look nothing like the cartoon drawing that she got like portrayed as her in this video and stuff, like that's constructive criticism, right?
he wasn't going to. Like, I guess like he did overall come out with some response video. And my thing is like, I can care less about a response video.
So you wanted him to come out and address his actions, yet you couldn't care less about a response video?
Because I think what I did say was that I wanted to see an apology. If she includes that part, then okay, chill. But if not, then it's like, well, that's obviously you're just gonna make it out to me being hateful, but to make myself look good. Sharks is good. Air logic. No, honestly, it's like they're saying like hateful things, but in a quote unquote smart way, and they call it constructive criticism.
See what I meant when I said that TMossBoss not watching things was a common occurrence?
Is he doing an apology video? Because
To which he did both. Also, what is it with this trend of making YouTubers say sorry for things? Like, why should people apologize for something they're not truly sorry for? I'm not saying he has something to be sorry for, but at the same time, why force people to apologize?
I could tell whoever this girl is, she's 100% a Karen. She is 100%. But it's no, I'm giving out constructive criticism about Carmen being a Karen. Like that's constructive, right? I built up my words to give out criticism, constructive criticism.
has to know that there's people that have watched his videos not expecting like, and well, I guess like if you, I don't know what the videos was overall titled. I don't know if it was titled something about race or it was just a random video.
It was a video about Hood Reacts relating to the iDubbbz versus Ricegum drama.
Random video. But if a black person had like randomly went to his channel just, you know, to watch his videos, you know, just because they find them interesting, and this dude is dropping hard R's and saying all this other racist crap, how do you think a person would feel like?
Well, I think they would probably feel like shit. But that's not what Jar did. If anything, I'd argue...
That's one thing I've noticed about Just the Robots fans is that you know it's a fan of his when they're referring to him as like they're giving him nicknames like Jar or whatever and stuff. And that's always like why I wanted, in this situation, in this beef, I always wanted to talk to a person that wasn't a fan of him, that wasn't a fan of me, because obviously people that are a fan of me are going to be like, you know, TMossBoss is in the right. And then people that's a fan of him, they're going to be like, oh, Just a Robot or Jar, he's in the right and stuff. So it's I always wanted to just hear it from, and that's why at my old job, hearing it from customers, like people that was overall asking me like, oh, what do you plan on doing for the weekend? I'm like, oh, just recording some YouTube videos. The first thing that they're going to do is they're going to look up TMossBoss. The first thing that they're going to see is they're going to see all these different hate videos about me. And the thing that they're going to do, that 24 hours later, when they come across me again, they're going to be like, yeah, I seen those hate videos about you. It's crazy and stuff. And I feel like those were like, to me, in my opinion, those are the most like authentic reactions from that whole situation and stuff. Because I imagine they would watch the videos and things. So, and I'm like, I know I'm not. They're talking about me, but in a way where they act like as if they know who I am. So that's why, like, a lot of times, like, if anybody wondered why I just never sat down and watched these videos, it was like, well, they're talking about me, but it's their own like version of me. It's not like who I am, like who I actually am and stuff. But
Hood Reacts was being the racist one, since he was saying that old
I should actually change this to just chatting instead of like Wreckfest and stuff, because people probably like they might be joining. It was like, hey, where's Wreckfest at?
fans were racist white people and coon-ass niggas.
Feel like, and it's crazy.
Wait, hold on. Did she just say what I think she just said? Like, cause that's what I overall mean by that. It's like you could very well just said like, oh, he said like some, you know, derogatory words that I'm not choosing to repeat. But I feel like they're finding a reason. It's like, oh, okay, I could say it because I'm just mimicking or mocking what they said, so I can say it, right?
He was being the racist one, since he was saying that old iDubbbz fans were racist white people and coon-ass niggas.
Still, like,
Wow.
It is crazy because I know that he has like black fans and stuff.
I'm surprised. Wow.
Just like the rest of the other fans, just too blind to see overall like the racist things that's going on amongst his community and stuff.
Or maybe they understand that context matters.
He really said. I think this is a woman. I think this is overall a woman. It's somebody. Censorship either. That's what I'm saying. So it's funny to me where it's like I like how you said that, right? You said that. Now you very well could have had any reaction to that. You could have just been like, oh well, TMossBoss, it's okay, it's chill. They're just mocking what another person said. They're just, you know, repeating what another person said. There's nothing wrong with that. But I like that is your reaction to that. I love how that's your reaction to that. And you could ask any like black person, like, okay, you know, how if you heard somebody say the N-word, what would you say to me, like, if you was telling the story again? Like, would you actually say the word, or would you just, you know, just be like, oh yeah, they were saying N-word this, N-word that? But that's just a proper way of talking.
And stuff, but anyways, to talk on my own personal experiences, and I kind of did talk on my own personal experiences after, or like not after, but before, like in 2019 when I was pretty much like...
I could tell that this was when I was eating a lot of candy and stuff, because it looks like my tongue was blue, and I might have just got done either eating them, like, what is it, those like sour Airhead candies, or Mike and Ike's.
I was just dealing with like a crap ton of hate from those guys. Like I can never catch a break with any of the videos or channels or anything that like I overall like put myself into when it came to YouTube.
You mean criticism?
So yeah, like I can have like I have like many people that can vouch for me, and like from customers at my job, from co-workers, the friends of mine, family. You know, I always have people when they ask me about YouTube, they always ask me like, what's up with all the hate? What's up with all like what's going on with that? And
imagine being so socially bankrupt that you tell your normie co-worker friends about your YouTube drama.
With that, and
well, how? Okay, can somebody explain to me, like, how is that a problem? How is it, like, if they see me wearing a hoodie that says TMossBoss, if they see me, well, I wasn't wearing this hat at the time, but let's say if I was wearing this hat at the time that said TMossBoss, I'm wearing, like, a whole TMossBoss outfit, and they're all like, oh, what's that? What's that outfit? Or who's that brand by? I'm like, oh, sorry, can't tell you guys, because you guys are my normie working co-worker buddies and stuff, and I can't, like, you know, I can't tell you about my personal. I can tell that this person does not get out at all. Like they like, if they do have a job, like, you could tell that they're that weird employee that nobody talks to. They're like, nah, we gonna just, you know, stay over here and have our little smoke break and things, but while they're sitting down and probably just reading at some like magazine about how to harm people without getting caught and stuff. So man, this person, dang, they really sat down for 18 minutes. Like, it's only 4 minutes into this video, and I really got to sit down and watch this whole thing, man.
yeah, it was pretty crazy. But anyways, so 2 years ago, I did this video, or I did these series of videos called "This Community is Racist." The videos are still up. You can still watch them and stuff. One of them is actually age restricted, so if there is a possible way of you guys like going past that and watching one of the videos, and I think that's the video where it overall shows like the like three. It was, I think it was like 3, 4. No, it was because the beef had started in 2016, so it was like, yeah, 3 years of just racist comments from those guys.
Which, like we looked at in the previous video, those comments weren't from Jar's fanbase, but rather possibly Minnesota Boy's fanbase. A guy who is actually racist.
It's funny to me that she says that, because, so for those that don't like really know of the whole, like, so does anybody here know Minnesota Boy? Does anybody like were you guys hear? I don't know if like all of you guys or whoever, if y'all are watching this at a later time or if you're here now, but if not, the beef between me and Minnesota Boy had died off in 2016. Like, that beef was no longer. The beef with Just a Robot started in 2016, and it was like it after, and then just like, yeah, after that it was like there was nobody else that I was beefing with. Like, all the other beefs that I had, because I remember I beefed with Minnesota Boy. That beef had died off. I beefed with that cartoon show with the trains. That beef had died off. So there was like nobody else that I was beefing with. And there were fans, like, literally, I had to go back and watch that video again, because I could have sworn that there was fans that were either commenting on Just a Robot videos, or they were, like, saying, like, oh, Jar rules, you suck, you're the N-word, or whatever and stuff. But I like how, like, if I never would have mentioned Minnesota Boy or, you know, any of, like, who would they, and because the comments still would have happened regardless and stuff. So that's why I just like to think that that's, you know, the only reason why she's bringing him up is because, like, oh, well, that's the next person we're gonna have to blame. Like, we obviously ain't gonna blame our Lord and Savior Just a Robot. No, we gotta blame somebody else.
And I think it was like a lot of them was already in the comment sections, because I was building that up. Like, at the time being, I remember there was a time where I wasn't deleting comments, and I was just letting the comments sit there, because I'm like, nah, I'm gonna use this against these guys.
You heard that right, folks. He admitted to deleting comments.
And so
okay,
that.
why is that a problem? Like, it's a problem. Like, if you don't want to see a comment or if there's a comment that you don't like, it's a problem to delete it. I don't get that. Like, I've used this example before, but I'm like, if you see some trash sitting around your house, you ain't gonna just let it sit there and, you know, try to, like, come up with a way to, like, fight with no, you're gonna throw the trash away. It's like, oh my god, man. But anyways,
Then it was emails, and then it was like tweets and a bunch of other stuff.
Even though he only recognized one person and told people to not be racist
From his fan base. And then even after that, there's one fan that I am going to talk on from him, or, you know, from his community. But overall, like, still talking on those 3 videos. I can't remember what the first video was. I do know that one of the videos contained, like, all the different, like, comments. And then I think the last video was just overall, I think it was, like, showing just the pattern on his channel where he was only going after like, black people that was doing reaction videos.
Actually, he's gone over white reactors before. Becky Boop, Susie Lou, and Spaz Boys Comedy.
Reaction videos. And that was something.
so he does. So it's funny because I remember that there was at times when they were saying that he doesn't have a problem with reaction videos. I'm like, okay, well, it's either he has a problem with black people or he has a problem with reaction videos. But it's one or the other. But it's like, you can't just say, like, or like defend him on everything that, you know, that he goes out and does and just be like, come up with an excuse for it. It's like, take responsibility, take some sort of accountability for it. It's like, I don't know who this girl is. She must have thought that she had, like, a serious chance. Let's just see real quick if she does any other videos. Hold on. Oh, she still does videos. She doesn't do videos on Just a Robot. You know, oh, he probably told her, like, nah, I'm just, you know, it's best off if we're just friends. Yeah, last video she did on him was in whatchamacallit, 11 months ago. I watched this video. When did I watch this? I must have clicked on it just to see what it was about and things, but alright.
I always brought up with those guys, because that was something that they always brought up with me, that black people only do reaction videos, or they only know how to steal, or they only know how to steal content or whatever.
I mean, he has joked about reactors mainly being black, but he never said that's all they know how to do. Hell, one of the people who uploaded on his channel was a guy named Professor Dreadlock. A black guy.
Content or whatever. And
I like how, like, when people, when they're trying to defend themselves for not being racist, they just have, like, a distinctive way about how they say, like, black people or, like, a black guy or whatever. Like, like, you can hear that racism, like, oozing out and stuff.
I pointed that out numerous reaction videos. And it's really taken a rise today, but even back then when reaction videos was blowing up and stuff, or when reaction videos was kind of, just laying down in its tracks on the train track, they overall, like, it, white people was doing reaction videos, and they still are till this day. So I will bring that up. They just see right past it, just like how they always do. They, like, it's funny how they always say, like, I don't know how to take criticism, or I don't know how to listen, or all this other crap. And I'm like, y'all are following right there in the same footsteps. Anytime when I say anything or say something, it's like you guys just see right past it, and you're just like, nope, not hearing it.
Coming from the guy who doesn't even watch the videos about him. So for a while, he starts talking about some hacker who DM'd him and trolled him. And so now he associated that one guy with Jar's fan base. I'm just gonna skip over this part, because honestly, it doesn't even matter.
Knowing he's never said the hard R in front of no black people, knowing he's never said no racist, crazy things in front of no black people. If he did, he made sure he was probably with a group of people.
Except he's never directed the hard R to anyone.
But he said it, though. So that's my whole point, is that he said it. Like, it don't matter if he's directed. Obviously, he ain't gonna, direct it towards anybody, like, out and about and things. His man's out in public. He's smarter than that. But he has said it, though. Like, so that's all I was just trying to figure out.
He wasn't going to be by himself saying no racist or crazy things. So that's why it's like, at the end of the day, we can expose him on being racist. It's not going to matter. It's not like he's going to actually go out and say it to somebody and things. So at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter.
So you made this whole video complaining about his non-existent racism, and now you say it doesn't matter?
Anyways, and then that was another thing about that video. After I uploaded that video, and shout out to prison mate Luke, but people was like commenting on the video, telling me that he's a lie. Prison mate Luke is a liar. I'm like, how did he lie?
Well, you would know if you actually watched Jar's video, or even my response to his video.
He lied. This man
I like how she got to plug in her channel or her video too. Like, overall, like, if you're talking on something that has nothing to do with you, like, and let's just say, for an example, if this is me, right? If I'm talking on something and it has absolutely nothing to do with me, I'm gonna direct people to, like, the videos that y'all need to watch. But I feel like she's overall, like, she knows that her channel is not doing all that well and stuff. So she's like, oh, let me go and plug in my channel real quick so you guys can watch my video too. Like, yeah, my video is worth watching.
Just a robot in 4K.
Don't you hate it when SJWs use anti-SJW lingo? Is this what Dulu meant by cultural appropriation?
Before you say anything, I still think hippy dippy baloney. Yeah, I could tell she ain't got a whole lot of friends. If I'm chilling with somebody and we're like, let's say if we're playing a video game and they raging and they talk about, oh, this is just a bunch of hippy dippy baloney, I'm like, I'm gonna walk away now. I'm gonna let you just sit down and think about what you just said, but I'm gonna walk away now.
4K, saying the N-word, saying a hard, even said coon.
Wanna know who else did the hard R in the word coon? Hood reacts! But it's okay when a blank person is racist, according to you.
Hey, coon.
Hold on. Time out. Time out. It's racist if a black person says a word that's describing a black person. I don't get that, but I'm like, let me... because I want to look it up and be like, how is that racist? How is it racist to like literally say a word that's describing you? Man, this girl's logic on racism, it's like, dang. Man, she ain't got my COVID starting up. Like, that's wow.
The thing is like, if you're overall repeating what a person say, even then, still don't repeat the word.
Why shouldn't he? He's not targeting anyone, so where's
It's
the
common
harm?
sense. It's just something that you don't do. It's common sense. It's literally, you go and have it. because I know for a fact she is not like, if she has black friends, she's not gonna go up to a group of black friends be like, oh yeah, I heard there's these like black women that was on the sidewalk arguing, they were calling each other, like she's gonna say the N-word. I'm like, if so, then it's like prove me wrong. I've like, and that's one thing that I always say, it's like prove me wrong. It's like you go out in public and just say it. Just go up to a group of black people and just say it. That's the one thing that I would love from them.
A word. That's what I'm like. My thing is like, I don't think people overall like don't know boundaries or don't set boundaries for themselves because I don't even. My thing is that I don't go out of my way to say racist, derogatory things. Like even if I'm like repeating a story. So let's say for an example, if I'm talking to a white friend of mine's. And I'm saying, oh man, yeah, this guy was getting like all these, like this white guy was getting all these different racist comments and stuff. Like that's what I overall would say. And if they,
Well, yeah, but Jar wanted to be transparent. If he just said iDubbbz said a racial slur, then it might be taken as him saying that iDubbbz is racist. But since he quoted him,
but you could easily just say it's like, okay, he's not racist. He was just saying a racial slur to quote something else. But it's like, a person could just very well just go out and just watch the video themselves and come up with that, conclusion if a person is racist or not. So like, why would I be watching Just a Robot's video over something that has absolutely, you see, like, that's why I feel like that it's videos like this, it's videos like Just a Robot, like, I very well could just go out and just watch the YouTuber or watch the video or watch whatever, rather than like, let me sit here and watch this video about like what at the end of the day, this video is just this woman just simply trying to, like, I don't know, defend. Seem like Chris. It's like I just don't even know how to feel about this video. This is like one of the most pointless videos I have to say I've watched throughout the years of me like existing on the YouTube or just content creating like world. Like it's so pointless. It's like, fam, what is your goal by the end of this video? Like what is your plan here? Because like I just see this video so pointless. Like,
he could more properly convey what actually happened. And the reason he quoted Hood Reacts is so he could convey the actual racist shit that Hood was saying about his thumbnail maker. Sometimes it helps to go word by word to convey how bad something sounds. Jar wouldn't just say something like that if he didn't have to.
say. And if they ask me like, oh, what was he saying and things, I'm like, oh, well, he was like, I'll probably would like write it out or say like, oh, he was calling him the C word, calling him the H word, calling him.
Well, yeah, but there's multiple C words. There's cunt, cracker, Charlie, cheese-eating surrender monkey, and so on. We need specifics here. Also, it doesn't make sense to write
like the last word. What was the last word that she said? Hold on.
C words. There's cunt, cracker, Charlie, cheese-eating surrender monkey, and so on.
Cheese-eating surrender monkey? What?
There's cunt, cracker, Charlie, cheese-eating surrender monkey, and
okay. Now, let's say if I was talking to a cop, right? And then they were all like, okay, what did you see? And I'm like, okay, well, I saw the black person. They were like, he was arguing with this white guy. He called him like like a racial slur, the C word and stuff. If you, as an adult, okay, if the first thing that comes to your mind is cheese surrender monkey, what at any given point in time would a cop think like, oh, okay, yeah, like, oh, cheese surrender monkey? Like, this girl, man, you want to think like, okay, maybe like she's kind of like, something like, just something might be overall wrong with her, and then that's like, or otherwise like, the like writer in her last name means something else. Like, honestly, because she's like the like, I ain't gonna say it. Kids could be watching. I ain't gonna say it and stuff. So
we need specifics here. Also, it doesn't make sense to write it but not say it.
because my thing is like I don't feel comfortable saying, and if they ask me to say like, oh well, what, like, you know, they don't know what it is, now I probably would like spell it out or type it up or something, because that's who I am, that's me, that's what I do. I'm not
respectful.
I don't care if I'm repeating a story or just repeating what the person says. Like, I have respect for a person not to say that stuff. Why other people don't have that same respect, I really
Respect is earned, dickweed.
don't know. It's like
So like, that's I love how like that's their go-to thing to say, where it's like you saw a random person, they have to earn your respect. This could be your one and only time like interacting with this person, and they have to earn your respect. That's why I could tell this girl ain't got no friends. It's like if that's your whole philosophy on life, where like if you're just simply explaining something to a person, or it's like you just gotta have like that respect to just like overall say something or tell something to a person, it's like you gotta earn their. I'm like, fam. Yeah, I could tell she ain't got a whole lot of. She either doesn't have a whole lot of friends, don't have friends at all, or she's just not a good people person and things. And the internet is like her only escape or like way of communicating with people, because like the way they. And the reason why I say that is because, fam, that's literally where, like, my life is at right now. Like, I go on the internet to talk with people, to chill with people. I have to say, I can't remember the last time I, like, talked or chilled with anybody, like, in real life, unless I'm, like, going out somewhere and I'm just randomly having a conversation with somebody. But that's the thing, though. Like, I can do that. I know I'm not weird. I know I'm not going to have some, like, dumb conversation, whatever this girl's going to possibly have with somebody out in public. But man, it's just it's so hard. This is why I don't like it. This is gonna probably be the one and only time I do this, because I'm like, these videos is so hard to watch, man.
I feel like yeah, everybody is different, but I feel like respect, regardless of who you dealing with, should always be the same. Okay, always should be the same. So that's overall just like, you know, if he was repeating something, it's like, why not just, or repeating something from somebody else, why not just say, like, you know, or blur it out.
I mean, he did censor it in the remaster.
Or just overall just don't say it, but just like, oh, he said the N word, he said the C word, and was saying all these like derogatory, you know, do that. But what you did, it's like, fam, like, and then he did the whole Confederate flag video, and it's like, the videos are still up.
Yeah, and you can go watch them right now and see that he's saying that he doesn't like the flag, but just thinks it shouldn't be censored.
Up. I don't see how.
He doesn't like the flag, but doesn't. Why was that necessary? He did mute that on. That's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, so, but he still said it in, like, the unremastered. He, like, you're making it seem like they, like, oh, the remaster is, like, this ain't criticism at all. It never has been criticism. That's the thing, like, Wholesome. Because I've been dealing with these guys, like, for years now. And anything that they've ever said has never been criticism. Never. Okay? You can go back and watch any video of theirs. You can watch any video of mine. You can watch, like, or look at any comments that still exist. It has never been criticism. Like, and that's the thing where it's just a hate video with a title slap, label as something else, and this video is trash. Like, and that's the thing where it's like, then here's the thing where it's like, I'm not trying to, I guess, like, sound, I did say this, like, early on in the reaction, but it's like, I do feel like that, you know, you're saying this is because you're a fan of me, but, like, if this would have been anybody else, like, and that's the thing where it's like, I don't know, I would want, like, your truthful and honest, like, opinion. If this would have been, like, random people that you didn't know, like, would you still say the same thing for this video? And I guess, like, I'm asking that just to see, like, you know, like, what your answer would be. But at the same time, it's like, we're cool. We friends. So, like, that's why I think, like, I already know what the answer would be and stuff. But, like, me personally, I think if I were to see this video, I honestly would tell the person, I'm like, look, obviously this person is putting you in a bad state of mind. So why even do this video? Why, like, spend all this time? Like, let's see if, no, they didn't even, like, say how much time they spent on this video. But I do remember there was a time where, Just a Robot said he spent, like, weeks making a video about me. And it's like, why would you put yourself in that bad state of mind where you're working on a video about somebody that you don't like? Me, my thing is this. I'm like, look, if I can't do that video, in the amount of like 10-15 minutes. Like, let's say if I'm reacting to a video or something, if I can't get that video done right then and there and upload it and call it a day, I'm like, then there's no reason to do that video. So it just it always confuses me when like they do these videos and it's like, okay, you obviously have like this hatred, you obviously have like this beef with me and stuff, so it's like, why even do the video? Like, why sit here and waste your time doing this video? To me, it doesn't make any sense. Like, me, at the end of the day, I'm doing this because it's funny to me. I think it's hilarious that people sit down and they take time to make a video about me, and then they have like this depiction of who I am, but it's like, you're far off. You were so far off. You don't even realize how far off you are. But anyways.
Prison mate Luke lied on those videos, but yeah.
Because you didn't look at both sides. And that's one of the big
Oh, so okay. It's funny how she says that. So why is she not doing the same thing with me in this like, you know, or this past beef with Just a Robot? She only watched, like, here's the thing. She watched his videos, already had it made up in her mind how she was gonna feel about me. So like, why not follow your own advice? I just feel like, you know, that's kind of like a hypocritical thing to say there, where it's like, you're only, in this situation, you're only looking at one side. Like, you know what, to say something, you know, I guess nice and thoughtful and, you know, kind, I truly do believe that whoever this person is, that they can be a good person at heart. They probably are a good person at heart, but it's gonna take a lot, you know, to bring that good person out. Because, I don't know, let's just, you know, just say for an example, like, if this is who they are, if this is what they do, then overall, like, at the end of the day, it's like, you can't really change their mind or change their, you know, philosophy on just, like, you know, just life and all that stuff. Like, this is how they think. This is what, and I'm like, what would it take in order for you to just be able to, like, look at life and just be like, you know, hey, like, I just want to chill. Like, this whole, like, oh, me taking sides or me making videos or me doing this and me doing that. It's like, how can I just chill? Like, because I would love to help somebody get to that point. But I'm saying, like, if this is what it's going to be like, then it's like, how are you ever going to get to that point? So, but I just find it kind of, like, hypocritical that she did say that, though.
Issues with the Prismate Luke fandom is that people don't look at both sides and just take his words at face value.
Videos, but yeah,
it's like, you doing the same thing.
I'm like, how did he lie? What is there to lie about? Like, you can't lie about something like that. It would be different, I guess. I'm surprised they can't ignore most of the stuff like yourself, just dismiss it, move on. But these people can, yeah. I mean, this has been going on for years, so that's why, like, it don't really surprise me that this is what this video was gonna be. Hey, what's up, Dark Shadow? But it don't surprise me that this is what this video was gonna be. Like, I knew before watching this, I knew that this is what this video is gonna be. Do something different now. Yeah, I've been thinking of this for a while. I was like, nah, let me go ahead and check out a hate video about me. So I'm just kind of like, you know, just watching it, seeing overall what the person is saying. It's like, it's something I already knew that they were gonna say, but I guess it's like just to more so like respond to it and stuff. But anyways, overall he just said yeah, Just a Robot had said the N-word, and with like no video evidence, none of that stuff. And it's like, okay, now I probably would believe you guys, but at the end of the day, I know who you guys are. You guys was telling me as if like I'm brand spanking new to all of this. Like, I know who Just a Robot is. I know who his fans are. I know the type of mind tricks that they will play on people.
You mean criticism?
Y'all like everything is criticism. It's never like, you know, oh, it's them doing this, it's them doing that. Always criticism. It's like, that's one of the main reasons why I'm like, these guys, they're just a lost cause when it comes to like trying to explain things or talking to them, because they have their mind made up. They already know what they're gonna do. They already know what they're gonna say. You trying to explain to them something, and then I guess like overall explain the long term, because here's the thing, she at some point in time, she's gonna just disappear from the internet. She's gonna be like, this whole like, I feel like that there's going to be somebody that she meets. There's going to be something that she does where this whole, like, character that she has for YouTube, where she's just gonna disappear. She's gonna leave it all behind her and stuff, and she's gonna be gone. This is a dark memory lane. I remember you doing all this BS. I wouldn't necessarily call it like a dark memory for me. It's one of those things where it's like, man, it's just cringy that people, you know, got to this point of their life and stuff. Appreciate the 5 bits, but I just find it cringy because I'm like, there's a whole life. Like, even though like this was during the pandemic and stuff, there's a whole life that you could get like a hold of out there and stuff. If you sit down on March 5th, 2021, and you make a whole 18-minute and 27-second video about me, like, you gotta get your life straight.
Manipulate people, even then.
Who? Give me an example.
People, even then, you're still gonna try to manipulate me in the comment.
You mean criticize?
Sections of this video. My thing is that if I'm wrong, okay, regardless of whether I'm wrong or right, let's just let, you know, all of this stuff just blow up. Let's just let all of this stuff blow up. Let's hope and pray that there's a time where Just a Robot has to do an interview and he has to answer for all this stuff. Let's just be very, very hopeful that Just a Robot ends up on Drama Alert, right?
Ah, yes, because we all know how people in the modern day over the 18 watch Drama Alert. Speaking of which, TMossBoss, what about Keemstar? He said the hard R too.
And he apologized for it.
Holding him accountable.
He apologized for it. It ain't like, my thing is this. He apologized for it, okay? Like, to compare Just a Robot and Keemstar. Keemstar apologized for it, and he hasn't said it since. And even when he's talking on it, like, so, like, let's say, for an example, there's a YouTuber out there that had got caught up saying like racist, derogatory things. He's not saying, oh yeah, they said they was going around saying coon and they were calling people monkeys. Like, no, he just says they're saying racist, derogatory things to people. He's not gonna say it himself, but he's like, if you want to see the clip, you can follow me on Twitter and you can see the clip on there of them saying it, all right? But he never goes out his way to say it himself. So that's the difference between, now let's say if Just a Robot decided like, oh, he wants to do some new stuff, he's gonna be saying it, and people, honestly, if he decides to do some stuff like that, people are gonna call him out for it. It's like, if not, then prove me wrong. But for sure, people are gonna, that's why this whole video even came up in the first place. It's like people ignore his apology. It's out there. Exactly. That's why, like, when That's why when he was, because I remember when people were talking on that, when I had started, because I started watching Keemstar like years ago. I think it was right when I started getting into reaction videos. And I remember I had I watched his videos because there was a time where he had both Deji and KSI in one of his videos. And so they were just, you know, doing some dumb stuff. And I remember like watching his videos, and then afterwards, like, I started watching more and more of his videos, and then I came across where people were talking on when he was saying the N-word, and I did see his apology, and I'm like, oh, well, he apologized, okay? He felt bad. He knows that what he said and did was wrong. So like, there's, okay, that's it. That's all to it and stuff. So like, how is bringing or comparing them two together where it's like they act different? Like, one is like, one came out in the video and was overall like trying to defend himself for saying all that stuff. The other one just said an apology. But it's like, imagine, do you think if Keemstar would have just tried, like, came out and defended himself for saying the N-word, like, oh yeah, he was like, I said it because I was angry, so I'm not gonna apologize, I'm gonna just let y'all know that I was angry. If he had said that, he would not be where he is at today.
Biased TMossBoss. Why aren't you upholding your N-word morals on Keemstar as well, TMossBoss?
She's saying it as if like she just came up like with something. I like how in this whole video she like, and then it was just that one part where she tried to make it seem like that I said something hypocritical, and it's like, fam, this whole video is hypocritical. I didn't hear about Keemstar until Blasting HD had beef with Psy Syndicate back in 2016. I heard about Keemstar like during I think, yeah, around the time, it wasn't because of Deji and KSI, but I just remember like seeing him around on YouTube, and then was like, oh, he does like news videos and stuff. Well, I'm like, that's actually dope. I'm like, I don't have to like go and be searching around. He just talks on all that stuff right then and there. But Yeah, I just, but like back on this girl though, it's like she just made it seem like that she ended my whole career by just, you know, pointing that out. And it's like, the man did apologize, and like, you know, it's funny how it's like then she like tries to defend him but doesn't bring up the fact that Keemstar apologized for what he said. So that's why I'm like, you bringing that up, it's like, what are you bringing up? Like, what did you just do here?
Or whatever news channel out there that does interviews, all right? He gets on one of them channels and they ask him about this stuff. Let's just see what he says. Let's just overall see what he has to say.
I'll be glad to, but chances are you won't watch it.
Has to say.
Oh no, I will.
Try to rate my videos because y'all did that with the reaction video. Y'all rated the video with dislike.
Now, I don't know the story to this, but according to Jar, there's a dislike bot on your channel. Plus, the video only got 34 dislikes. Yeah, they outweigh the likes, but it's still not that many.
And I'm like, no, just let this stuff like...
It's like, yeah, but when it's going across all your videos for like 4 years straight, yeah, that's a lot. It's like she's only pointing out that one thing. And then it was funny because I remember when I had went out and said that I'm like, one of those guys put my videos or put my channel through a dislike bot. Then they try saying that a dislike bot don't exist. So I'm like, okay, well, regardless, at the end of the day, whether it exists or doesn't, I know at the end of the day who's behind it. So I'm like, I highly doubt that. And I know they're going to try to say like, oh, well, you were beefing with another person at the time. I'm like, yeah, and that beef died up. He's not even on YouTube anymore. So I'm like, if I'm still getting comments till this day, and it ain't even from he don't have a fan base. He hasn't posted a video in years. So like, why are people from his fan base still hating on me? And it's like, he doesn't have, like, when you search my name up, you don't see anything about, like, unless it's from me, but you don't see anything from Minnesota Boy. That man has been blackballed from YouTube, okay? So like, if they're gonna say that it's Minnesota Boy that did it, it's like the dude hadn't done a video on me in I don't know how long. Like, yeah, he was in my comment sections for, I'm glad he's gone, to be honest. Minnesota Boy, and here's the thing, like, it's messed up overall, like the just overall like who he became, but that's the thing though about him. I can't like deny that he was a talented content creator. And up until he started doing those racist things, then yeah, like when he started doing that, then it was like, yeah, his career is over with. Like he can't come back from that. He's irrelevant now. Mad irrelevant. Like I can't remember the last time I got a comment even from somebody that was a fan of me talking about, like, cause the thing is, with all of the videos I've uploaded on Minnesota Boy, all of those videos have been like whatchamacallit, demonetized. And so overall, like when those videos get demonetized, they're not accumulating. I can't remember the last time somebody commented or talked on one of those videos, but it's like the beef is done. That beef died a long time ago. And it's one of those things. It's like, if you're gonna bring him up and try to like use him, I just think that that's like low. Even though, because it's like you say, he's irrelevant. So like, I just think that that's low, blaming him, and he ain't even doing that now. So
blow up, because that was like one of the things is that I didn't understand. Like even with my videos, overall talking on how like the community is racist, and that's just something that I just didn't understand. Like even after this video, was that nobody apologized.
Jar has no reason to apologize. Unlike you, who has many reasons to apologize.
It's funny how it's like she says that, but it's like the whole like taking sides thing. I'm like, oh, it's like, how come you're only taking one side? I like how she tried to call me out for that, but then just turned right back around. And it's like, honestly, if you've offended somebody with your content, the right thing to do is apologize. It's like, even if it ain't even offensive, it's like you still apologize, just because like that's the respect that you're supposed to have, not for a person, but for people. You have a respect for people, and you just do that out the kindness of your heart. But I can tell that they've either never been kind or they don't have a heart. So
after my videos and after this video, nobody apologized. I didn't hear anything or see anything about an apology. And if Just Robot did apologize for what he said, then okay, then this part of the video doesn't matter.
Good, because he made 2 apology videos. 3 if you include his Hopeless Peaches video. So like you said, we're gonna skip this.
for everybody. No, nobody didn't say that. Nobody didn't do that. You guys rated the video with dislikes and then called me a liar.
No, we called Prismate Luke a liar. And you listened to a liar.
And called me a liar. Was calling me, I'm like, pretty much doing the same thing that y'all are doing to Prismate Luke.
Because Luke is a liar. Multiple people, including both me and Jar, have made videos on how Prismate Luke is a liar. Hell, the first person to do a video on Luke was a person you might recognize. I Bully Bullies.
Prismate Luke. And then you think I'm supposed to like...
That guy, like, he was trying... I don't know if any of you guys remember him or know who that is, but that was another guy that was like... I don't know if he's still, like... I think he is friends with Just a Robot, but I don't think that he's, like hateful. I remember he did... So that guy, that I Bully Bullies guy, there was a time where he did reach out to me, and he was like... overall wanting to be chill and cool and things, but he wanted to schedule like some like private phone call with me and Just a Robot, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. If anything he needs to say to me, he could say it to me on Twitter, but I'm like, I'm not having no private conversation or anything, and I'm like, there's no reason for that. And so she answered this. Why do you care about it? About what? Answer what? But no, like the I Bully Bullies, like he was trying to schedule some like phone call with me and him, and I'm like, look, whatever he has to say, he could just tweet me. And then I Bully Bullies is all like, oh well, he's dyslexic, and I'm like, 4 years of knowing him, 4 years of seeing him in my comment sections and tweeting me, tweeting about me, and posting and tweeting about a bunch of other stuff. My question. What was your question? Did you leave a question on her video or something? But yeah, like he was trying to say like that he's dyslexic, and I'm like, I'm not hearing that. It's like I ain't trying to say anything, you know, wrong about dyslexic people, but at the same time, I'm like, if you've been attacking people and things simply for the content that they make for like 4 years and stuff, I don't think dyslexic is gonna get you out of that. So
oh, okay, like Prismate Luke is a liar, I ain't gonna trust him, I ain't gonna... Y'all, the same thing that you guys are doing to him, y'all did to me.
Yeah, both of you are liars. Granted, you are both liars for different reasons, but liars nonetheless.
What did I lie about?
I'm supposed to just be like, oh, okay, well, you know, just...
Everything that they've always have, like, quote-unquote called me out on, it's like, what? I owned up to that. I said I was a part of that stuff. I defended myself, but, like, what did I lie about? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
In this situation, just be like, oh, I'm gonna listen to whoever.
You mean...
No, I'm saying it here, like, why does she care so much about inject herself in this beef, making this hate beef? No. That's the thing, Shadow. It's not a hate beef. It's not hate what she's doing. It's constructive criticism. That's what she's been saying all throughout this whole video. That what she's been giving me is constructive criticism.
Listening to constructive criticism?
See?
Things like, no, whatever I see, that's what I'm going to, like, that's what I'm seeing. Like, that's what I'm going to listen to. So if I see or hear that Just a Robot saying the N-word or any other racist derogatory things or any other crazy things, I'm hearing that. Like, you guys trying to type up and tell me, I'm like, I'm not hearing.
So you only look at one side of the argument and try not to get an outside perspective? That's called being biased. Hell, even some people had left...
What is she doing right now? It's funny how she says that, but it's like, what are you doing right now? It's like, that's not, like, what you're doing is not constructive criticism. At the end of the day, it's like, if you're, okay, this whole beef between me and Just a Robot, right? Why is she not doing a video? Because she's titling it like, TMossBoss is still calling Just a Robot a racist. This video could have been like, you know, titled any other different way. She could have worded this video out any other different way. But it's like you're doing the same exact thing. You're being biased. You're taking a side. You're making it seem like that Just a Robot, he doesn't have anything like the ground or everything that he did, nothing wrong with it. She's doing the same thing. Exactly. So that's why I'm like, how are you going to say that I'm being biased when you're doing the same thing in this video? Anything that Just a Robot does, you can't give him no constructive criticism on that because he's not wrong. He didn't do anything wrong. But if it's me, oh no, I gotta give you all the constructive criticism that you can get. Like,
Luke's fan base because of this shit. For example, my friend Frenchy Fry. He used to be a fan of Prismate Luke, but left his side after that video dropped. And guess what? He's black too.
So it's like y'all gonna have to try to find another way to convince me in things that Just a Robot's not a racist or Just a Robot's, you know, a chill person. But I'm like, based off of my experience with him and his fans, I've seen a lot of racist crap. So it don't really surprise me that these videos are, you know, or that video came out. And it's like, if more.
can I just say like something about myself real quick? It's like, even though I'm like mad, like skinny and things, I don't know why, but I'm like, I'll watch videos of myself and I'm like, why does the camera make me look buff? I'm like, why do I look like I go in the gym and bench press like 280 every day and then just go like home and drink nothing but protein shakes? Like, I hate that the camera does that, and then when I look at myself, I'm like mad skinny and things. I'm like, I hate camera angles, bruh. I hate cameras and I hate camera angles. Her mind, she thinks Just a Robot is right. No, they're like, no, 100%. 100% she thinks that. That's what this whole video is about. It's, at the end of the day, it's, this video should have been titled Defending a Racist YouTuber. Because it's like, it's not like constructive criticism. It's simply her just defending somebody that went out and said some racist stuff. And then when he got called out for it and he didn't apologize, she claimed that he apologized, but I'm like, it could have just been it could have been a tweet. It could have just been a small video. He's doing responses. He's doing like, well, the reason why I did this is he's defending himself. He's not apologizing. He's unless he actually said, I'm sorry if I offended anybody, then okay. But it's like, I know who this guy is. He's not going to say that, and he never will say that.
I'm out. It's like, y'all gonna have to answer for this stuff. So, but yeah, it's just, you know, I mentioned it earlier in the video. It's just wild to know that he has black, even still to this day, like he's still got like black supporters and stuff. I don't know, maybe they stopped,
or maybe they know that Jar isn't actually racist.
Supporting him after these videos came out. But as far as I seen, I'm like, yeah, I think actually, well, I'm trying to think. I don't think none of them had context, so maybe they did stop supporting dude. But yeah, it trips me out. I'm like, man. It's like, how are you guys gonna be black supporting it?
Because they understand the difference between racist and racial insensitivity. Anyways, that's all for today. If you want more from me, you can follow my Twitter, watch my DeviantArt. If you want to talk to me directly, you can join my Discord server. If you want to support the channel, you can donate to my Patreon. And until next time, goodbye.
So like, hey, I'm broke, so donate to me. I swear, man, people weird, bruh. People are weird. Yeah, that's all I'm going to do for the no, I don't want to watch that video again. No. I don't want to do that no more. I can't sit through that again. Even though that video is 18 minutes long, I'm like, nah, that was just 18 minutes of torture. I'm like, people actually sit down and watch that and just, I don't get it. I do not get it, so let's see who I can rate. Honestly, I really don't know who to rate. I think I'm gonna rate this new person I followed. She ain't get anywhere YouTuber posting videos like this. I think that's all the videos that she posts too. Like, she don't post nothing else. Like, she don't do, like, no gaming or anything else, so, yeah, I'm like, she, good luck, I guess. Yeah, I'm like, if that's what she does, then, I'm like, then, hey, I'm like, may the best happen to her, but I'm like, like I said, or like you said, it's like, she ain't gonna get that far. I've seen it before, though, so, like, I'm like, they usually don't get that far making content like that, but I'm gonna rate this streamer. Her name is Ayo Abby, so make sure y'all go follow her, show her some love and support. I think I've only I think I've lurked in her stream, but I haven't like stayed in her stream for a long period of time. But make sure y'all go follow Abby. And yeah, and that being said, talk to y'all later. Thank you guys. Peace.